How's it going, Kingsman? Welcome back to another Napoleonic Total War 3 battle. Oh my goodness, I hear rockets already. Where? What a way to start this battle off. Now, this is a 4v4 sent in by a fellow YouTuber, Steely Dan. He kind of explained the setting for this battle, which it was very intriguing, and nonetheless, I felt like I had to check it out, and how better to check it out than with you guys. So the coalition took a point disadvantage in this game. For those who do not know a lot about NTW3, there are points, like you see there's a 7 point next to the España. Russia's a 10 point right there. So that's how strong the faction is. Man, Russia's already firing artillery. In fact, I may need to slow motion this for a second. I'm sorry, guys. I need to explain. So France took 4 11-pointers. And the coalition took a 10-pointer, a 7-pointer, a 9-pointer, and another 9-pointer. So they took a disadvantage, I think, in points. Well, I don't think I know. I know they took an disadvantage in points, and the French, which I'm not supposed, you guys can hear the thunder of the guns. The French took a France 11-pointer, Russia center, another Russia center. Actually, they all went 11-point Russia center. Guns roll to realize the demise. Now, so this is also on the map Jena, and the coalition are doing something which rarely is done on this map, and they are standing their ground. That is, of course, mostly because 7-point Spain was guerrilla deployment. Some of their units were guerrilla deployment, and so they are going to actually make a stand here, which actually is kind of cool. Russia has a lot of artillery. They have, let's see, that's 4 guns on this side. They have this massive 6 guns right here. They are bringing so much artillery, and then they have a good amount of infantry. And France, well, they are advancing directly down the road, right at them, and you can see they are taking losses already. This is going to be really rough for them. Just being honest here, this is artillery pointing directly at the enemy. Plus, oh, Spain also has 3 guns. So there's 9 guns. 9 guns, guys. With some stakes in front. 9 guns firing down this one road. They have a good defense. We see France actually pushing across on the flank here. They're going to be slowed down by the terrain, though, so it'll take them a minute to get in position, and this will give Russia an opportunity to push forward reserves. What they need to do, guys, what they need to do, so the setting here, the coalition has to hold this if they're going to win until their reinforcements, which are the UK, and the UK are coming, bringing a lot of really good UK line infantry. They split their forces up. Looks like they have the lights and some guard, yep, and the Highland foot going to the right side to support Spain, who's going to take on this right side. Man, the guns are going to make this really difficult to talk because they're going to be so loud. And then the rest of the UK, Netherlands pushing left side. Russia's going to have to react to this, I'm sure. You can't just ignore the French steamroll marching down here. Look at all the white uniforms. And yeah, Russia, they have the high ground. They definitely have the high ground at the moment. If you look at the terrain here. If only they could push more troops over to the left here. You know, just set the pace here, make it more difficult for them. Of course, they don't want to give up the LOC. You know that this is going to be rough. The cab for France is going to have to push in right here or go through the town, and that I guarantee you that's garrisoned by, yep, some lion infantry. The Netherlands general, oh man, the UK are so close, guys. They are so close to getting in here. Russia adjusting their lines here to react to the French attack, and France is just pushing forward a lot of line infantry. My goodness. They are ready for this. Or maybe they're not. France is pushing up. Quite a lot of infantry of their own. So what France may want to do in order to get rid of this gun, if they are not going to... They actually have their own guns. They're in a counter battery, it looks like. If they want to deal with this, they may have to push up a ton of skirms and try just shooting it out. But they are going to die probably... Oh, here we go. We got the first volley. Sorry to interrupt. Pour in the fire. Oh, they're so close. Why aren't they firing, fools? Fire! Oh my gosh, I'm getting anxiety just watching this. They are firing! Why aren't they firing? Oh, what? Musket bug affecting the wrong side. Oh, wait. Yeah. Yeah. Wrong side. Napoleon shouldn't have musket bug right now. This is weird. Alright, let's see what Spain is dealing with. Nothing right now. Oh, actually, you know, they definitely are dealing with stuff. France pushing uphill, so France is taking some uphill attacks, but they're pushing forward. A lot of infantry here. Let's see if Spain gets a volley off. Oh, yeah, that's more what I'm talking about. Pour it into them, boys. Yeah. So, skirmishers. Oh, no, they're going to point blank. I would have stopped right here and just poured in the volley. Spain is going to have a rough time. All France has to do is bayonet charge. Oh, we have some cavalry charging across the wooded area. Oh, they're getting slaughtered. And honestly, even if... Oh, my goodness, they broke them. Oh, France charged across the river and got totally obliterated. Now France is charging uphill here with line infantry. They're just getting shot to pieces as they're charging uphill against the forest. 2 line infantry against the Spain's 1. Let's see what's happening over here. France engaging, going in for a cab charge. Russia just happened to take... Oh, yeah, they're not to take it because... I mean, they're sending some of their own cab, but Russia still is in big trouble. UK need to get here soon. France pushing forward a lot over here. Now, Spain is holding, keep in mind, guys, 7-pointer. 7-pointer right here. And it froze. Yeah, France is just going to bayonet charge the Spanish. They're going to break them. We have some line infantry going for the Grenadier guerrillas. We have more troops up here firing. Now the main portion of this fight has happened here. Russia falling back to the tree line, falling uphill. I mean, this is a huge push that France is making. France showing all their cards, you'd say. I'm surprised they're not marching forward a little more aggressively at this point. I mean, they could be pushing this whole side. But look at who is here to save the day. The UK. Oh, they're so clutch. Reinforcements. They can help push back as Russia is getting really hammered hard here. Yeah, tons of cav, infantry, howitzers now firing. Russia waiting for bayonet charge to be slowing down the French so they can hold this LSC a little further. We do have Russian cavalry over here charging the lines. Oh, beautiful charge on France. Over here, Spain, I don't know how they did it, but they seem to be getting away from the French. The Polish are charging in. They may actually break one of these Spanish lines. Spain just constantly running away. The Russian cavalry, France is going to outflank this Spanish force. And Russia is just struggling here against this line for some reason. Oh, we have cavalry coming in to save the day for France. Charging across this river. Guys, this is a bloody fight already. And oh, Spain is getting caught. But the UK are here to start pouring in some volleys. Thankfully, they arrived just in the nick of time for this right flank. They can actually ambush as these guys are hidden still. Going for the guns. Spain's going to pour in some volleys, try to stop them. Over on this side, we just have a line fight as the UK have formed up here. Oh, this could not have been better timed. Better timed as it was. All right, they're going for the guns. Can they get away? Nope. Can they? Nope. I don't think they will. But, you know, oh, they did. They got away. How did they get away? There's no, oh my goodness. I'd be so mad about France right then, because that is stupid. They totally were on the guns. Russia's cav did break, I'm pretty sure. And now France is pouring across this forest. We do have some grasshoppers. The 95th pouring in some fire on the French flank. UK actually may get a really good flanking attack there. Over in the forest, or not in the town, some grenadiers, some carbineers, the elites of Paris charging in, take this LOC. France is trying to just constantly push forward. They have some Voltiers. Looks like they have Bavarians in the mix as well. More elite guard pushing forward, guys. They really need to take this house. They are pressing all of their units this way. They have reserves. Looks like artillery pushing across. Russia and the UK holding bravely. They have plenty of reserves here. In fact, I won't be surprised if this is a melee attack prepping to be, you know, done here. The UK taking this flank. They're going to be able to deal with that cav a little better than Russia will. Russia actually looking a little wavery here. They do have their general nearby. On this side, Spain trying to hold here as France, France seems to be getting a little too greedy here. They're trying to push forward a lot. Oh man, the cavalry hitting a square. And the UK getting a nice side volley here. In the force, it's going to be really rough for France to actually make a bayonet charge on the UK without the UK being able to turn and shoot them. So the UK fighting in the force is actually a perfect opportunity here. Spain able to hold quite well. Now, looks like France did push a unit forward, bayonet charging some lines of the UK, but I mean, that one unit is so far ahead of the rest of the line. I mean, we do have another bayonet charge. France needs to just get themselves out of there. You're gonna have units turning. I guarantee these guys are gonna turn. The light bulbs are gonna turn and shoot. Over on this side, it is a full-on melee. France going in against the Russians.
Our general is under attack.
We have some, the old Agamemnons charging in as well. Russia still has LOC. They are pouring in volleys. Man, what a fight over here. We do have also France trying to close in on melee with Russia. Cavalry constantly charging this right side. France pushing up on Russia, though they are maybe going to try to close in for some melee. Still a raging fight here. The 73rd foot, as well as the Havercake lads. Russia is trying to stop him from taking his LOC, as Russia's going to get some really good kills here. Russia holding back France on that side. Over on this side, Spain and the UK pushing back the French attack here. Holding the line. Holding strong, my goodness. What a raging firefight here. Russia actually countercharging the French now. But this line looking a little wavery. They do have reserves, though. I wouldn't be too concerned. Now, there is artillery that may get charged here. They're going to have to use their guns to great effect if they want to save the artillery. This is for all of the marvels. There's no cav here. Guys, there's no cav.
Our men are running, sir.
Now, the UK are actually definitely winning this side. Look how much they've ripped apart the French. Over here, the Russians actually have pushed across a line of their own to attack the French. They have their heavies in the fight as well. France is having a lot of routing here. France just ran over all the guns, though, so those guns are dead. France could start advancing in the center here. But at this point, the tone's already been set on the flanks. They're not going to. Over on this far side, the UK easily going to start crushing this flank. They have plenty of reserves. I'd like to see maybe if they shift over one or two more reserves over here. Oh my goodness, look at this though. We have some Lancers in the back lines here. So France running around cavalry in the back, wanting to run down that artillery. Russia throwing in more of the reserves. France finally seems to have made a breakthrough near the LOC. They are still holding strong though. And France, oh yeah, so they are shifting up reserves. So they are going to shift over troops to the center as the artillery crew is all dead, which was a huge loss, unfortunately, for the coalition. The French now can fall back. Now, this is where the coalition needs to consider something. Do they need to fall back, or are they going to hold this line forever? They're winning on their flanks, but France is about to just roll through their center and separate the coalition from, you know, one side over the other. And they have cav in the back lines. Even though France seems to have totally broken by this LOC, it must have been a high price to pay for gaining nothing. Russia actually, man, they are doing so well on this flank. Look how they're chopping up the French. We have some Italian artillery pushing over, but it's gonna be a little too late. And yeah, the French, okay, here we go. The general, Russia's general, is gonna die. He's gonna die. That's my prediction. Over on this side, France managed to make a push in here, but it did not go well. The Highland foot, the Gordon Highlanders holding this street. Another French wave pushing over, but they are dropping like flies. Thanks to the expression. Spain, the UK, actually maybe trying to shift over stuff. They have to shift over and stop because this whole center is breaking here. Russia tried to hold bravely. I don't think Russia's general actually was killed. I think he managed to save his general. The UK are just having a shooting field day here. France is going to charge a square with some Italian dragoons. Not going to do well for them, and I think UK winning successfully, they could actually shift over just in the nick of time. As France is breaking through, France could just... The Russian general has been killed now. That is unfortunate, but, you know, Russia actually is almost dead. They've taken a lot of that attack. But they're still holding on strong, guys. But France here is going to close up. The UK going to throw forward troops to stop over here. France attacking in the town once more. Man, these Russians are going to get free kills. Look at this. They're shooting point blank. They're getting so many kills here, I guarantee you. It's a raging fight over here. Spain is doing a lot of damage for being 7 points here. A lot of lights here in the fight. And this is why I say the UK is broken, guys, because keep in mind, these are lower points than 11 pointers, and you see how the fight is going. The UK are so deadly, they are able to, if you know what you're doing, you can break anybody. France is going to go in on a melee against some Spanish volunteers. I heard that the reason they had so many white uniforms was because they ran out of, like, dye. Alright, so Russia's just going to get surrounded. They have no squares. They're going to just be surrounded and killed. Unfortunate, but France actually looks like they may have marched all the way around with some French troops, and they're actually starting to chew up any of the UK troops that are left over here. These brave men are holding their ground in squares, but it's going to be over. There's a field of dead they're standing on, but things are looking a little desperate. They are forming some squares here as they're getting charged on several fronts. France is pushing forward on the UK. Let's see if they can make a dent. Are they going to fire? Not going to get shot off in time. Maybe over here they will. Ooh, that's going to be punishing volleys here. Now, France is being pushed out of the town once more. Over on this side, the skirmishers holding in the forest. I think a little bit of UK over here, but a lot of Spain helping to hold this one line. What a hold they are making. They have to hold this flank as the rest of the reinforcements are shifting over here. On this flank, getting some really nice flanking fire on that bayonet charge. I apologize if the sound is too loud. France has broken or is about to break the UK remnants over here. They're sending in some elite guard. The flag staying strong for the colors. Alright, the rest of the UK forming around this LOC. This is where they're going to have to make their desperate last stand. France trying to outflank them. They are isolating and destroying one after the other. The UK should maybe push over and help this fight. Oh, France looks like they are going for the marbles. They are going for everything. They are bayonet charging. Can they shoot fast enough to break this Polish line? They are chopping up here. Here we go. France has the assault columns rolling. They have given the order to advance. And this may be it. Spain holding so long, they may not actually make the... Wow, actually, they are throwing back.
Men are running, sir.
They're throwing them back. We got a nice flanking shot by Spain's infantry. The rest of the UK falling back. Yeah, they're in full retreat, guys. They have pushed back this one right flank, though. On this side, France trying to close the gap constantly. Oh my goodness, they're getting just demolished here. The coalition are not making it easy for them whatsoever. We do have some French, some Russian infantry trying to push up. Attack some skirmishers. They're going to get shot up. Over here, the coalition going to hold around this LLC. This is the last defense they have. Spain is almost gone here, but man, as a 7-pointer, I guarantee you they inflicted some heavy losses on the French. I mean, yeah. And they have a point disadvantage, guys, so, you know, it was anyone's game for a little while there, but I think France, they had so many troops in reserve, it surprised me. With how many losses they took, they seem to still have it. And, I mean, France is still having heavy losses here in the forward position. And I think the coalition is going to have to bravely stand their ground. Oh, they didn't form square until... Oh, they did form square. Still going to break, though. France is going to collapse, and the coalition is going to have to fight back to back. This is rough. Artillery is actually starting to destroy this house, so Russia is going to move their troops out. And the rest of the forces maybe going to try to push up. I think at this point they should try to push over and try to save their flank here. Here we got some dragoons in the back lines.
Yes, sir.
Going in with the cavalry. Oh, it's for all of the marbles here. Oh, they're going to hit them in the back. And now France is going to go in with the melee. This is too many French. Too many French for them, guys. That's what it is. Too many French. And now they're going to collapse on them from two sides. Man, that's rough. Yeah, but if only they had been able to... Imagine if the 7-pointer Spania had been just a bigger pointer umbrella, bringing more forces, and they've been able to hold the UK a little bit better on this side, because they got broken through here. They were holding pretty well with having shifted over a lot of reserves this side. But yeah, now the UK, Netherlands pushing over. They're going to have to form some squares. And they do. Oh my gosh. Even then, the impacts that cav does on the coalition. Spain pushing over another force here. I mean, unfortunately, the UK are making a brave last stand around the LLC. The Highland foot and other lines, but France is victorious. But at what cost is France victorious? The start of the downfall was the French able to take out all these guns. Going through, I mean, I said it earlier, you heard it from me, they were going to have to push through here if they were going to take this, and they did. Unfortunately, France had more cav. I mean, the coalition wasn't able to bring as much in their cav. They weren't able to bring as much cav to defend their guns. I mean, they had to bring infantry to stay off the French infantry. And here comes France. More and more lines pushing up. But a good fight, a fierce fight. Coalition being down points still stuck it to them, and there's still an opportunity here to take LLCs and win by LLC. Now there's a lot of time left on the clock. 35 minutes. Oh my goodness, look at this. These guys are all gonna die. The flag is still standing. Look at him. It's right there. He won't die. Well, maybe he will now. Yeah, he just died. But there's still a desperate fight. It's like the Alamo. Like, they're holding bravely. France is gonna push forward assault columns, and there's just... Yeah, they're fighting just bravely to the end around this LOC, it would appear. They still have some forces out, holding a brave line. Russia pushing over. Well, not Russia, sorry. France pushing over more reinforcements. Cavalry's gonna close in here with the line infantry. Let's get a view of the guys' last desperate defense. The general's still alive. Guys, all the colors. Imagine the desperation the UK would be feeling right now. Imagine the desperation, being totally surrounded. You're in a forest. You see French attacking everywhere. Look, more coming in. Constant assault. I want to see what the Highlanders do. Oh, the brave Highlanders, 49 of them. Charging in. And they break, unfortunately. Oh my goodness, look at it. It's almost apocalyptic. Like, the last defense, we have some Russians. They're getting so many kills. And that will be it. The brave Russians, these guys had to have gotten a lot of kills. I mean, each LOC was so hard fought over. I mean, I feel like there's more French dead than anything else here. There's some Russians and some UK, but man. A slaughter. I mean, the UK just destroyed the first French attack. This was a good fight. This was a good fight. Point advantage or no point advantage, a very good fight, at least in the beginning. France really struggled at first. They made a lot of pushes, and I think they had a lot in reserve, and they just were biding their time. But I was concerned over here for a little while. They were getting pushed back and destroyed, but I think they were pushing troops around the side, and they had a bunch of reserves, and once those guns were destroyed, they were able to push through and separate the coalition. His gun battery was what held the coalition together. It was literally the glue in the arts and crafts. No, I was kidding. Anyway, yeah, all we have, I think, is just some units. Maybe gonna do some LOC holding. But I like it. Ooh, here we go. We got some Portuguese got a brutal volley off on the French and broke them. Man. More cavalry's pushing over though. I think they're gonna just leave it for yeah, I'm just gonna fast forward here. And it wasn't even that long of a battle. It was what, a 30-minute battle. 30-minute battle, but it was still better than some hour-long battles you can see some before. Alright, they're dead now. The 60th Rifles, and then some brave Polish, or not Polish, some brave Portuguese. And they form a square, defiant to the end. As the masses of France advance. let's see this one brave last skirmish unit can get some kills. Everybody's watching, don't miss. Okay, they're definitely missing. Oh, there you go. You got some shots. Good job, guys. Cavs coming in, though. You guys are dead. And that will be the battle. Still enjoyed it, though. Man, it was, even if the French have an advantage, I still enjoy it. It's like going against all the odds, you know? Like, can you actually do it? Because if you can pull it off, imagine, you know, imagine the bragging rights you'd have to be able to say, we were underpointed and we still won. Anyway, let me get the points up here, but I'm gonna look. I'm kind of curious. Man, 230 kills with this one French line infantry. 151. Like, yeah, you know they held pretty well, and this is a small army. Look, they basically under points and one army down. I mean, Spain still did really well, but they had a small army. Now, here are the results, guys. So, you can see here, Jorf was playing as one of the French, got 921 kills, 18 for $1. Carpenter got 12, and Antilor got 18. Steely Dan with a 7-pointer got 750 kills. The UK Netherlands got 1800. Little Smurf playing as Russia got 1600. Man, bearing the brunt of that attack. And then Travis playing as the UK 9-pointer got 828 kills. I think one of the reasons he wasn't as made kills, I think he was a lot more mobilizing. He was late to the battle, and he had a lot of units in reserve. Yeah, I wish I could have seen how many kills the Russia artillery got. They had to have gotten some good kills. But anyway, guys, that will be the battle for me today and for you. But we will be back in the future. So, yeah, keep the support, guys. Appreciate it. You guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and I will catch you all in another video.